Brum, 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 brum. Hey, happy Friday. This is the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show, and I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach. And what we're going to talk about today, we're going to dive into a little bit of a little racing car thing. We're going to talk about big box stores and how they really need to think Agile and Agile mindset. And we have Fortune Cookie Friday. So this is all to expand mind and Agile. Taking it easy, a little fun today. Let's do a little fun instead of real, intensive stuff. So first off, I want to share those little cars. My son says, "Dad, I got something for your show." He says, "You should do." Oh, you know what? I should do the intro, shouldn't I? Well, anyway, I'm Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach. This is our 573rd episode of the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show, where we talk about Agile and Scrum in a practical and tactical way so we can bring value to the customer, which this show is going to be all about value today. Not wasting time, not working late hours, getting home to family and friends, and having a little fun along the way. So today's a little fun, though I'm going to talk about it. So he's got his little race cars. He's like, "Dad, he got these from his grandpa, passed away a couple of years ago now, but he had a whole collection of number fives." He's like, because he was playing with his Matchbox cars or his Hot Wheels. And he's showing that, and he's got his cars. So he got these from his, he inherited these from his grandpa, Pop Mitch. Anyway, he wanted me to share them with you all today on the show. So how would I make this into an Agile? If you ever watched the some of those classes we used to take where they would show a video of the Formula One racing, how over the years technology has helped them become quicker, faster. What part of it also is, if you've noticed, there's a lot of people working on the car at the same time and not just one at a time. And that's the same idea behind Scrum. Scrum is designed so more than one person works on an effort at the same time so you can get it out the door. Now, technology, which, moves it from this kind of racing, this old car, to this kind of racing, right? Or I should, maybe it's more like this one. You can see the evolution of the racing car. One of these I was looking at. Which one was it? This one? Yeah, this one actually has a signature on it. So I don't know. That might be worth more. I have to tell him, don't lose this car. Don't break this car. But he's a kid. He'll play with it, so I don't really care. It's his car. But the technology helped him have more than one person work on the car at the same time. So it goes hand in hand. But same with Scrum, we have more technology. It allows everybody to manage where we're working, what we're working on, do continuous integration, right? Make sure we're not crashing on everybody. Should have automated unit tests to make sure every time we put code or bring code down that we do the automated unit test, make sure we didn't break everybody else's code or they didn't break my code. And then you go find them and hunt them down. So that just shows the technology that Scrum is like I can't even bring it up. Pit stop, right? It's everybody works on the car at the same time. And that's what we do in Scrum, which is different from other things, which doesn't necessarily happen that way. So we do a lot more parallel work. So now, that's his little fun thing with the cars. I'm going to talk about big box store. I was in a big box store the other day, and I won't say which one it was. It started with a W. You have to guess the rest of them. So in there, and last time I was talking to people, they're talking about how do you apply Agile to non-IT, right? It's always the question. How do we apply Agile to non-IT? So I'm like, I was sitting in a store. Oh my God, I half hour waiting in line, and they have I don't know if I counted them 32, 33 aisles, right? But they only open every other aisle, if that. And I don't know, maybe it was a bad day of the week to go. So I'm in there, standing there for a half hour watching, and I'm watching these managers and stuff like that, and I'm just like, boy, I'm gonna take a picture of it one day. I want to go back and get a picture. I think I have an old Walmart picture, from inside, and the flow is terrible. And the whole time I'm thinking, they could really use kanban right now. I mean, a proto kanban, because they're not going to do all the analysis stuff that everybody wants everybody to do. But a proto kanban, and why do I say that? You have all these lines. Everybody's working. There's no reason why the manager can't get up and go operate one of those cash registers to get more cash through the thing. So think about it. Getting value to the customer. You have literally hundreds of pissed off customers sitting in line for a half hour. You have all that cash that's not coming into the facility because they haven't paid yet. And a lot of them probably left their stuff laying all over the floor. I don't blame them because you're mismanaged and you're not running it right. So they pick stuff up. So now you got to pay extra money to go pick the stuff up or throw it out, total loss. Some things you can hang up, you got to clean, they've been touched by COVID. Theoretically, you would have to burn it all, right? So you got all that problem, extra costs. Your customers are mad. You're not bringing in the cash. But in a kanban world, you would see that other columns of work, and this column of work would be the cash register, are getting bottlenecked. Theoretically, in a real kanban system, the people from testing, development, BAs, whatever, they would all get into that. Well, let's say it was a tester. Maybe this is the final step. This is the testing step. So the developers, the BAs, all these people would go help the testers get the stuff through the system, right? They would go operate a cash register. And what makes me laugh about this, when I was a kid, I was 16, right? 16. 42 minus 6 would be 36. 36 years ago. Wow. 36 years ago. So when I worked in a grocery store as a kid, and I had, if you went on my post, I have like 80, 100 jobs throughout my life. So this is working in a grocery store. I was co-trained, right? So cross-trained and basically everything, because I don't know if I could, fine, I'm good with it. Yeah, sure, you want to teach me something? As long as you pay me, I don't care. So I worked stocking shelves. I worked in the back. I worked in the milk department. I worked cleaning floors, cleaning bathrooms, cleaning parking lots, bagging groceries, working the cash register. So there really wasn't much of any job in that place I did not do, right? So it's very agile mindset. So this is 36 years ago. This is way before Agile became Agile, okay? And everybody's like, Agile's this. You've been doing it. You just didn't realize you're doing it. And that's why I like it, because I'm like, it gives me a name to something I've been doing my entire life since I was 16, 36 years ago. So I was cross-trained. So when the cashiers got backed up and needed help, they would go on the loudspeaker, Greg, come up to the, all come up to the front lines and help process people through. So they weren't waiting. Just like Kanban's supposed to be, right? So there's a perfect example where you cross-train your crew on how to do everything in the store. So when things spike, you can adapt and take care of those spikes and then go back to what you're doing. Do you do it all the time? Was I as good as a cashier as other ones in the cashier were doing every day? No. Was I efficient enough to make the customer happy and get them home on their way? Yes. So you trade off. Do you want people to have skills in doing it just to help with those bottlenecks? Or do you want pissed off customers? Your choice. So when they say, how do you do it? Did it 36 years ago. So you can use that in your little mom and pop shop too, right? Okay. So that's what I had about big box stores. I think could use an agile mindset. And if you want me to come in and help fix your big box stores, I guess Sam Walton's dead. Well, Walton, the kids, if you want me to come in and help you, feel free. It ain't that hard. You just got to get people off the stick and want to help each other out. And if you're an organization that doesn't have people that want to help each other out, then it is what it's going to be. Okay. Fortune Cookie Friday. Yay! All right, what do we got going on here? The Agile accountants have taken a message for us, and we have to convert this message into an Agile methodology, something we talked about in the show, something like that. And the Agile accountants who put the secret message, put it in a double envelope. Now they're in a cookie sealed envelope. We are going to read this message from the Agile accountants. This was great. You're going to read this. I don't know if you can read it. Let's see if I can read it. Does that work? Nothing's perfect. This is so agile. So nothing's perfect. God, I love these fortune cookies. We gotta go buy Chinese food so I get some more of their fortune cookies. I gotta find out where they're buying from. Um, Nothing's perfect. If this is not an Agile saying, I don't know what is. What basically, people want perfection. They want to know everything. Everything's got to be perfect. In an Agile world, no, we practice. We learn by doing. Right? We don't wait till we think we have the perfect solution because we understand that nothing is perfect. No solution we come up with is ever going to be perfect. The thing is, we're Agile and we can adapt in case when it does not be perfect, it's okay. We'll fix it, right? We can shift people around. We can get together as a team and fix the problem as a team. So nothing's perfect. This show's not perfect. I'm not perfect. What I do is not perfect. However, I acknowledge it, and well, some things I don't acknowledge, and I have my own mental issues that I got to work and clean up in the house and putting that off. But otherwise, nothing's perfect. We just try our best. It's all we can ask for. And working 60, 80 hours a week is not the way to go. So with that, happy Friday. Remember, nothing's perfect. The fortune cookie says, so you must listen to the fortune cookie. Have a great day. Happy scrumming. And I'm off to go teach a IC Agile class in a little bit. So have fun, guys. Happy scrumming. Happy Friday.